What's up, you guys? Today we're going to talk about push-ups. And not too long ago, I posted a video on how you can get your first push-up by elevating your hands. And we walked through how you can elevate your hands and work your way down to the floor, keeping in a good push-up position, and work your way down to getting a push-up on the floor. Today, we're going to keep going from the floor, and I want to show you my 4 favorite push-up variations. Each one of them brings something different to the table. They're super challenging and can make push-ups a ton of fun. Plus, you will build a massive amount of strength from doing push-ups and adding variations to your push-ups. So let's start with the first one. The first one may be one of my most favorite ones, and that is a foam roller push-up. Now we're going to use a long foam roller. The shorter ones probably aren't long enough for you to be able to properly put your hands in place. So grab a long foam roller. Now, with all of these push-up variations, just like a standard push-up on the floor, you want to do 3 things. You want to brace your abs, you want to squeeze your glutes, and you want your shoulders back and down. We don't want our shoulders to start rounding forward. So whatever variation we're doing, we want all 3 of those things in play. The other thing for all 3 variations is having your elbows at 45 degrees and not here flaring out. And in my previous position, 45 degrees is a bigger power position for you. Out here, we don't have enough leverage, we don't have enough power. So we want to get our elbows in. We don't need to have them here, but just split the difference between right next to you and flaring out, okay? So we're going to grab a long foam roller, and the interesting thing about this is the second you put your hands on the foam roller, it's going to want to start moving, and your stabilizer muscles literally everywhere have to engage to keep this thing from rolling out from under you, okay? And that's what makes this push-up so challenging. And if you watch when I do this, watch really closely, you'll probably see the foam roller kind of do a little bit of this, really, just teeny tiny little movements, okay? And I am working super hard to control that, to keep that from happening. So there's a lot at play here. So, hands on top of the foam roller. We're going to get into push-up position, so I'm bracing my abs, squeezing my glutes, getting my shoulders ready, back and down, and I'm going to lower my chest to the roller and up. And it's moving around a little bit, so I'm having to work hard to keep it still. One more. So that's a really interesting take on push-ups, a way different feel than a normal push-up, because you've got a lot going on with this shaking around. Try that, but remember you need to get a longer foam roller. And you want to make sure you're over top of it and not like kind of behind it, because if you're behind it, you're probably going to push it forward. So make sure you're right over top of it and your chest is going to aim for the foam roller, okay? So I'm going to get this out of the way. The next push-up variation I like is a neutral grip push-up. Now, I like neutral grip push-ups for people, especially if you don't have a lot of flexibility in your wrist and your wrist can't be on the floor like this. It hurts too much. So if you're one of those people, this variation is definitely for you. You want to grab a pair of dumbbells, and preferably, I don't know if you can see this, dumbbells that have flatter sides, especially if you're just starting with these. Flatter sides allow these dumbbells to kind of stay put. However, if you want more of a challenge and you want to get some stabilizing muscles engaged even more, grab a pair of dumbbells that are perfectly round, because you're really going to have to work hard at keeping those still as well. But we're going to use the flat-sided ones right now. So what you're going to do is just grab the dumbbells. You're going to hold on to them. We're not going to move them or anything. We're just going to hold on to them. And what that is going to do is it's going to put our wrist in a position like this instead of that. And our palms are going to be facing each other, so our wrists are going to be in a much more neutral position, much more doable for push-ups. So let's try it. And remember, these aren't going anywhere, so the weight of these really doesn't matter a whole lot. So I'm just going to grab them, get into push-up position, squeeze my glutes, brace my abs, shoulders ready, and lower. Just like a regular push-up. Keep everything engaged. Being aware of what my elbows are doing. Now, if this starts hurting the heel of your hand, if this starts hurting there, what you want to do is just play with the position on your hand as you come down. The pressure may hurt a little bit at first, but honestly, if you play with it, you can just slightly move your heel just a little bit and it will probably feel better, but that'll get better over time anyway. So this is a great alternative for people if you can't flex your wrists yet. And I would work on that, because I think being able to do push-ups from the floor with your wrists like that will open up a lot of doors for you too. But this is a great variation. This is why I love neutral grip push-ups. And you can make these super challenging too by elevating your feet, using a single leg, which is my next favorite version, a single leg push-up. I'm gonna do them from the floor. So a single leg push-up is where you just raise one foot off the floor. It doesn't have to go way up in the air. Literally, it's just off the floor. And at first you're probably thinking, this isn't that big of a deal, until you do it. It becomes a huge deal. Your core is having to figure out, wait a minute, what's going on? I don't have any support over here, I have a lot over here. It's having to figure all of that out and become super engaged and keep you from rotating this way or that way. And so that's the big challenge of a single leg push-up. You're gonna do like anywhere from maybe 6 to 8 reps per leg, so the volume becomes an issue too, okay? So they're gonna look like this. So we get here first, set everything up with the abs, the glutes, and shoulders. One foot literally just off the ground like that, and we're gonna lower. These are really challenging, you guys. Same thing with elbows, keep them close, but not too close. Switch the legs out. Again, reset everything. So single leg push-ups are way, way more challenging than they look. So give those a try. You're gonna feel a ton here too, just from the imbalance of everything. So single leg push-ups are another favorite. And the last one I wanna show you is probably one of my most favorites, and that's a triple stop push-up. Now, triple stop just means you're gonna stop in three spots. You're gonna stop about halfway down, the lowest point where you're basically kissing the floor, and then you're going to push all the way up to the starting position. So those are your 3 stops. You literally stop at every spot. Don't whip through them. It's a complete stop, every stop, and then long push up to the finish line, okay? So the triple stops are going to look like this. Okay, engage abs, glutes, and shoulders. So we're going to go about halfway down, all the way down, all the way up. About halfway down, all the way down, all the way up. One more, halfway, all the way up. So this is really challenging because we're really fatiguing muscles till we have to do this long range push. And so reps on the triple stop may be a little less, maybe 6 to 8. Or maybe even less than that. But make sure you are stopping completely at each spot. That's what makes this one so challenging. So those are my 4 favorite: foam roller push-ups, neutral grip push-ups, single leg push-ups, and triple stop push-ups. So now you have some variations for push-ups to put in your little toolbox. Next time you go into the gym, try one of these variations, film it, let me see it. Let me know how they go. If you have any questions on any of these variations or any other push-up variations, I'll be making another video with some more variations that you can add to your push-up repertoire. Let me know, okay? Give me some comments and let me know what you think. If you ever need anything from me, ever, and I mean ever, just send me a message. I'm always here to help, okay? You guys have a great day.